The Talking with Friends of the live stream, which sometimes occurs on days ranging from Monday through Sunday, hours ranging from now to whenever. But tonight we're doing something a little special. We're doing our first Cozy Mountain pizza making of 2024. That's a pretty special occasion. Of course, in order to complete the Cozy Mountain pizza making, we must first look up again the recipe for pizza dough, because we don't remember it. Fortunately, thanks to the internet, it's omnipresent, this recipe. Anytime, anywhere we want it, we can get it. Okay. Pizza dough recipe. Just recommended it right away to me and knows I want to look this up already. And keep in mind, this is, according to Sugar Spun Run, the best pizza dough recipe. So you don't want to jump to recipe. Thank you for having that. 2.5 cups, or does it say a third? 2 to 2 1/3 cups. I'll do 2 cups of flour, all purpose. We're not going to screw around with single purpose flour. We aren't weak like that. I got to do the yeast thing first. So, as if you want to proof your yeast. You don't really have to proof it, but...
How about $48 for a 10-pack long-sleeve baby bodysuit?
That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
So I will PayPal you right now. Like $75 to cover the thing in the book.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Of course. Oops. Okay, there you go. Now I see here that I got paid by somebody, so that means I'm going to have to email this person. Copy email address. Just get kind of a funny email address. But we won't say that out loud on the live stream. Just give me a second, everybody, and I will be right with you. At the moment, I'm dealing with this important business of having been hired to do a typing session. Thank you for purchasing a typing session. What day and time would you like? I'm on California time. Thanks, Eric. Okay. Send. There. I did it, everybody. I did it.
You did it.
I've achieved so much today. Now I'm going to open up the live stream so I can read the things that people are saying in the chat. And then we'll begin our Cozy Mountain pizza making activity. Because today is a very cozy day. We've got unusual people here I've never seen before. Miriam Quadri, Kai Raven 7151, Double Front Prez, Boss Lady Ivy OZ. I've never heard of any of these people. Welcome. Welcome all of you people. Lishy is here. I've never heard of them either. A lot of new people here. Must be the attraction of seeing pizza being made. Well, I'm about to be having a very good day because I'm about to start making some pizza. And what could be more good day-ish than that. But before I begin that process of making pizza, I'm going to prepare by smoking a little something that Show Media sent me called Northern Lights. So we're going to start with a little bit of that. And I've already smoked some of it, Show Media. I didn't wait until... Well, the toppings are going to be cheese and chopped up salami, which makes for... I've got a very specific... this is not the first time I smoked it. I like it. It's good. Does it remind me exactly of Northern Lights? Well, I can't really remember that well, I guess. But I'm fond of it. Like a mother is fond of her child. It is very preppy around here. I like it. Thank you, Show Media. Cheers to you. So now let's go into the kitchen. And we will look at the old mixing bowl here, where we're going to mix our ingredients together. So, some people say that before you use yeast, you should proof it or activate it, however you want to call that term. So, if you've never proofed or activated yeast before, let me show you a little something about how it's done. First of all, this is called yeast. Use this yeast, not yeast you collect from your woman, okay? That's gross. Second, get your glasses so you can see how much yeast to put into things. What the fuck? I thought I was Tommy Lee Jones smoking crack. Oh, this was the same person from before who has a limited imagination. So, they only can come up with one idea and then repeat it. That's okay. Don't feel bad about that. Let's look at the recipe again, and we'll see what it says. It says 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Keep that in mind, everybody. Keep that in mind. 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Let's pull another bong rip while we're here, shall we? It's for the good of everybody. I have no Roblox username, thank God. I'm sometimes known as Father Christmas. By some people sometimes, but usually not. Where did the girl go? She went in the other room, I guess? I'm not sure. No, Show Media, that's not how you make pizza, okay? Maybe that's how you make pizza, but that's not how one should make pizza. You're going to get a master class in pizza making today. Because even though I don't remember the recipe, that doesn't mean I don't remember how to make it. I do. It takes a special touch to get the pizza as good as it's going to be today. You're going to see.
Oh my God, I can't wait. We've got the garlic too. Where's my bag? Oh.
You mean we have the jar of garlic?
Mm-hmm.
We do. We've not used that before. I'm a little hesitant, but I might try it on part of it and see.
Well, do what you think is best, honestly. You're the chef.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
I'm on middle chef. For the chefs who can't make it on the top chef, we go on middle chef.
Middle chef.
Alright, said 2.5 teaspoons. So this is 1 teaspoon. I'm going to put that in here. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, and then just to be a little bit on the wild side, complete the thing with another 1/2 teaspoon to achieve your goal of 2.5 teaspoons. Now you may have said, Eric, why is the water running in the background? Well, I'm waiting for it to get hot because you need to use warm water when proofing your yeast. Or else the only thing it'll prove is that you should have used warm water. You want it warmer than warm, but not hot. So, it needs to be a little warmer than this. It's taking a little while. I guess that's why they have this instant heat thing here for instant hot water, but it doesn't work. Come on, slow water. This is what I call slow to get here hot water. Alright, it's getting here now though. You just have to give it a second, okay? You have to give the water a second to get hot. Now, this is getting to be just about the right temperature. Right there. Yeah. That's just right. You can put a little bit of water in here. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now, you're just going to stir that up a bit. But you also want to put a whisper, just a whisper of sugar in there. Okay? If you want to. Meow. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Karma's Pimp. Boss Lady Ivy Oz. We need a little bit of sugar to help the medicine go down, to help proof the yeast. So, where do we get it? We could get it from sugar, like this. Or we could get it from honey, but sugar is a little easier to put in. So we just give it a sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle. Don't over sprinkle it, or you'll regret it. Just a little sprinkle of sugar there. That helps the yeast have something to eat. Okay. Remember, yeast lives matter too. Yeast lives matter. So now what you're going to want to do is wash your old hands here. Wash them up good. Maybe clean the sink a bit while you're here. To let your yeast proof a little bit more, you know.
Hi, handsome.
And you'll become known throughout the West as the yeast proofer. Which something you'll take pride in until the day you die. So, okay, having proofed this yeast, and I'll admit that I probably should stir it up a little bit here. Now I've got my hands washed, I feel like I can. Just stir it up a little bit with your finger. It's fine. Try not to get too much yeast stuck on it, like I just did. Get off of there, you. Go on. Good. off of me. So yeast is very sticky. You should know that. It's an important thing to remember. Okay? Don't get it on your hands. Or else you'll feel like you're wasting a lot of yeast. Because so much of it is getting stuck to your fingers. Okay, well, now that we've cleaned the sink a little bit, so it doesn't look so gross around here. Now, let's get back to the old cooking. What's next on our list of things to do? Well, we need to get 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I splurged. I got the all-purpose flour, which you can use for literally any purpose in the world. Okay. Now, it says either 2 or 2 1/3 cup of flour. I'm going to start with 2 cups of flour because I know I'll end up adding some flour to it when I start working with the flour with my hands unavoidably. We're going to start with the old 2 cups of flour. This is 1/3 of a cup. Maybe I could just put another extra little scoop in without going crazy, you know. It's like that. That's fine. Okay. Now, we've got an appropriate amount of flour put in. And now we're going to go back to the instructions and see what to do next. Put this in there. I'll keep the flour out because, you know, when you're working with dough, you need to keep your hands well floured. Hi Joe, hi Manny John. I'm cooking pizza as per the title. And what we're going to look at here is the instructions on how to cook pizza dough again. Can I shout out your... Okay. I think it's fair to say we will just remove you. Okay. So, now we are going to look at the recipe again. Three-quarters cup warm water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sugar. Okay, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sugar, 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 3/4 cups of warm water. All right, let's see if I can remember all that. We're going to start. Probably should not put any of it. That's so Raven. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All right. 2 tablespoons of olive oil coming right up. That comprises 1 tablespoon. Pow. And the second of the 2 tablespoons, shortly to follow, is delivered like meow, forthwith. Okay, next, we're going to wipe out the tablespoon of oil with one of these paper towels. Next, we're going to be smart and do what we should have already done a long time ago. We'll bring the trash cans over here so it's easier to throw things away while I'm cooking. Very smart, huh? There's a handy tip for everybody out there. Instead of keeping going to the trash can, bring the trash can to you. Alright, well this yeast is proofed up nicely. You can see how nicely it's proofed up because it's turned all into foam. Isn't that nice? I don't see what appears to be a cat hair in there. Unfortunately. Trouble may have been looking at it. Alright. So I put the olive oil in. Now I need the 3/4 teaspoons. Yes, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. No, salt. And there's a 1/2 teaspoon. There's a 1/4 teaspoon. Put those right in there. And now, I believe 1 1/4 teaspoons of sugar. So, we'll get that. If I remembered all this correctly, I'll be amazed. One teaspoon. And another 1/4 teaspoon. Of sugar. Okay. Then I put the salt in, I put the sugar in, I put the, 3/4 of a cup of water is next. So I'll put these back as we go. And I'll get these cups out again. Going directly for the 1/2 cup, followed by the 1/4 cup. To make 3/4 cup. So, fortunately I've already warmed it up. It's still warm. 1/2 cup. 1/4 cup. Plus all of this shit. In you go. In you go. I have to get a little bit extra water maybe because I want to get all of this yeast out of there. And into the dough where it belongs. Okay, there. So, now that I've done that, it's time to mix everything together. That's when it comes time to use this KitchenAid mixer. Brought to you by KitchenAid and the people who lived here before us. Without whom we would have no KitchenAid mixer. Alright, so good job then. Luckily for us, here we go. We lift that up like that. If you've never used one before, this lifts it up and down. And then this button over here turns it on various speeds. So turn on the lowest speed first, just to start mixing up a bit. And you're supposed to do, like, add it all slowly, blah blah blah, but you don't need to do all that shit. And then you just kind of like mix it together for a while. And you mix it a little bit faster. Oh, I guess it wasn't quite on all the way. Now it is.
Fish in with H asks, do you like the fish?
You know, I do like to fish, but I don't go fishing very frequently. I should go more. Alright, so this dough seems like it could use maybe a little more liquid in it, but I'm not sure. Let me mix it up a little bit more. Well, I think it's just a firm dough. It's a nice firm dough.
That's good.
It's not too sticky. So, this is what it looks like right now as dough goes. And I don't think it really needs to be mixed together anymore. It's fine as dough right now. So I'm just going to now put it in a nice warm spot. Where is such a warm spot, you say? Well, it's called wrapped in saran wrap. Or put saran wrap over the top of this. That's what I'll do. Put this, this is the dough right here. I'll put it underneath here, which is this nice warming lamp. It provides a nice warmth to it. The kind of warmth that makes you want to crawl back in your mother's uterus. Alright, now, in order for that same life-giving warmth to not only give its life, but also take its life away, we need to cover the bowl with ceramic. Otherwise, you're going to be a very real risk of drying out our dough. We don't want to do that. You don't want that. I don't want that. So I tell you what then, why don't we go and, but if God allowed me to marry my sister, then why are you judging me? I didn't know I was judging you. This is the first I've heard of it.
What do you look for?
Saran wrap.
Oh, I saw some.
There's some here. This is actually Kirkland brand stretch tight plastic food wrap. No offense to the Saran brand. I didn't mean to wrongfully claim Saran brand status for just this regular name brand plastic wrap. That would have been wildly inappropriate, and I did it. So, it's my fault. I'm sorry, Saran Wrap Company. Dear Eric, we, the Saran Wrap Company, do not forgive you. That'd be a funny email to receive from the Saran Wrap Company. Okay, so now, what do we have here, everybody? We have a covered dough that'll stay both warm and wet, the way you want your dough to be. My heart is like dough. It's going to dry out under the heat of your lamp, girl. Are good lyrics for a song, possibly, you know. If you want to make a song about a twin flame relationship filled with karmic fire. All right, so the next thing we need to do is to allow this dough to do what it does best, and that is to rise.
Okay.
So we're going to just have to give it 30 minutes or so to just chill there under the lamp, enjoying the warmth of the sun. And what we're going to do now, since we've already started working on the pizza making part of this live stream also promised cozy. So we're going to go outside for a second, and we're going to get cozy in the forest winter weather. Most cozy kind of weather to be in, and the most cozy kind of landscape, or whatever you call it, ecosystem, biome. I guess you call it a biome. The most cozy of the biomes is forest, and the most cozy time in that biome is winter. So let's go outside, smoke a very cozy cigarette.
Before you go, I'm going to read you a message from Doug with Candy.
Okay. What does it say?
Be a little mysterious.
Okay, I will. I'll be mysterious AF. Alright, so, do I want a cup of coffee? I probably had enough coffee today. Should probably get a different beverage. I think one of these would be preferable. It's a non-alcoholic Sierra Nevada, like lager, I guess. Kind of like half lager, half wheat, half IPA. I know that makes up to more than 100%. Quit nitpicking your knitting wads at me. Now, I promised you cozy, so I plan to deliver. Just give me a second here. And we're gonna make this place as cozy as a coziness factory, or an optimal coziness during the coziness season. Here we go. Alright, let's see what it looks like right there. I'm going to tilt that up a little bit. Then we go stand over there. So that just so that you fine people can experience maximal coziness. Before I do though, I'm afraid I didn't bring with me a lighter. And that's a shortcoming I just can't overlook. So I'll return shortly. Alright, for maximal coziness, I'm going to be using wooden matches here while standing in the rain with the sodden forest behind me. Now you tell me this isn't cozy. This is rain for sure, but it's not actually that far away from being snow. You know, it's like 8-10 degrees away from being snow. It's pretty cold, but not that cold. It's a little bit wet for socks, for flip-flops. Unfortunately, that is what I happen to be wearing right now. You could see a Sasquatch at any moment. Keep your eyes peeled for that. some kind of large animal dragged some kind of a prey across my driveway the other night. And you can see clearly the drag marks. I didn't see any blood or anything, but it looked like probably a mountain lion. I saw some indistinct prints in the mud that had gotten too muddy to really say what prints they were, but they were fairly large. And based on the fact that it was dragging something, it suggests to me that it was probably a mountain lion. So anyway, right now we're basically just killing a little bit of time waiting for the dough to rise. Breath air. Can you say I'm an Alpha Sigma male? I don't know, Chucky Doodles. Can you say it yourself? Or do you need me to say it? Am I Hitler's grandpa? No, I'm not. I'm not Hitler's grandpa. You can show me you are an adult or kid. Yes, it's an adult. Sig in the woods is Pete Cozy. You're right. Hey, Caroline's outside in the forest too. People are wild. People are wild. I wonder what got deleted. Taylor Swift fan page is here, thank God. Because we do talk a fair amount about cooking pizza. Can I do the thug shaker? No, I don't know how to do the thug shaker. I'm sorry. Would you rather Edge to looks maxing or Mew to skibbity toilet? Gosh, the choices there are both very tempting, but I'm going to decline both, I think. Olaf, really, bro. Hi, Kelsey Arnett. How are you? Chiefs plus 2.5. Easiest money you'll ever make. I'm rooting too much for the Niners. First of all, we don't really have sports betting in California. Yes, I do like steak, but I'm not cooking steak right now. I'm cooking pizza. Looking at Marlboro Red. A wise man did once say, never bet against Mahomes in the playoffs. And that wise man was, in fact, that boy Klaus. But I don't know. I don't think the Niners have played their best game in the playoffs yet. Vince VR1234, I hereby shout out your name. Consider it shouted out. The name of Vince VR1234. Or Shorts TV, good choice. Can you shout me out and say Bombo Clats? Zoldan Bombo Clats? Sure. I just did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Now, I'm going to go back inside and take a peek at the dough. Sure, I know what you're saying, Eric. It's premature to think that dough might have risen already. Well, I did have the yeast nicely activated. I had a good water temperature. It's in nice conditions. You know, I don't want to under-rise it, but it's pizza dough, you know. It doesn't have to be as highly risen as, say, I don't know, angel food cake. I'm just guessing. I have no idea how to make angel food cake. I don't know how to make it. I was just guessing maybe that was a dough that you had to rise a lot, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's difficult. Angel food cake is very difficult.
It might be batter even. It might not even be dough.
Yeah, I don't think it is dough. I think it is batter.
So, there you go. Shows you how much I know about cooking cake. All right, well, it is rising for sure. You can see it rising away there. I don't think it's as risen as Christ, which is how risen I need it to be.
Ooh, it is rising.
That's what they should say on the recipes is, rise it until it's as risen as Christ.
Pretty risen.
Yeah, that's really risen. All right, well, I've washed my hands to rid them of cigarette smoke for when next I fondle the dough. Because, yeah, people sometimes call me bombastic side-eye. That's funny. I like that expression. I've never heard it before.
So your theory on having it vertical, you get more views is correct.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you have it on vertical, then it gets, at least potentially, on the short speed.
Yeah, and you can go and scroll it, apparently.
Of course, most of those views are going to be very short term. No, Keaton, Roblox 4226. I'm not going to say that. So stop already. Generation Alpha taking the chat over, lol. Is Generation Alpha like little kids? No, our Shorts TV. I'm not going to do that. For God's sakes. Hi. I hate what YouTube did to lives on the app. Yo, Space Cowboy, aka Gangster of Love. Have a great day, yo. Thanks, Uncle Fatty.
Thanks, Uncle Patty.
I guess that makes me Steve Miller. Just stop with your tell me what to say shit. Enough. I don't want to. Well, hello, Brittany Ashcroft and Human Man. I will try to have a nice day. I hope you do as well. Hello, Slay. Hello, Eli Lala.
This is what it's like to be Frank James, or at least in the beginning.
This is what it's like to be on the shorts stream, the shorts feed with your live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Ugh. Hi, Emily. You seem like a pleasant person.
I like the star next to your name. I didn't even know you could do that.
Homophobia, homophobia, homophobia. Are y'all married? Yes, we are. We are married. Am I gay? No, I'm not gay. Do I support furries? Therians?
Hi,
Sure.
Reaper.
I don't have to be gay to avoid being homophobic. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. This is pretty wild. It's like I'm not entirely sure getting the stream on the shorts feed is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, Jay. No, I'm not gay, Diddy and Mukiawa.
Hi,
Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate your question. Our age gap is 13 years at the moment. Well, I think the shorts feed has picked up on my Cozy Mountain pizza making. Maybe the title is so wholesome that the shorts feed thought that this would be a good one to include. Well, thanks, Diddy and Mukiawa. I appreciate
Thanks, Blue, 1983.
your input on the matter.
Okay, Didion is banned. Sorry, I gotta do the.
I'll do it. I got it right here. See you later, Didion. Okay.
Oh my god. This is so chaotic.
Balls. Eli Lala says, how was your day? My day has been fine until I arrived into this uncharacteristic chaos. You know, normally I average about, 14 people. I get up to there, maybe I get up to 20 people who are people who normally come around the stream. At the moment, I've got an influx of random new people, which is unfamiliar to me. It's kind of fun accordingly, you know.
Thank you, Brittany Ashcraft.
Do you want 10,000 pounds? Sure, Dylan Peacock. Why not? Do we have any kids? No, I hope not.
We have 2 cats.
We do have 2 cats. I have one child. She's grown up. She's 25 years old. Rachel is 39 years old. She looks younger than she is.
Yeah, I'm 39.
And I'm 52.
Yeah.
I look a little older than I am, so. This is looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know. What does everybody think? Is that risen enough, or should I let it rise more? Should I let it rise like the Roman Empire?
I'd say just a little bit more, and then we can go.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I think so too. We just give it. I just put another. 7 minutes on the clock. Give it another 7 minutes to rise, and then it'll be done rising. And what we'll do is we'll get to the next stages of the pizza making activity, which I think if you're still here, you're going to really, really enjoy. And I'll tell you why. Because unlike the last time I made pizza, I now have a pizza rolling thing. Rolling pin is what it's called. That's what it's called. I have a rolling pin. I bought it at the supermarket for the purpose of doing exactly this. Rolling pizza dough. I think this time I'm going to use the counter rather than the board to roll it out with. Sean Lang, that would have been a good choice to roll it out with a wine bottle.
Yeah, that would be good too.
I remind you of Matthew Lillard, the man, the duck who plays the dude who plays William Afton in the Friday Night at Freddy's movie. Well, I'm glad to know that I remind you of somebody like that.
Yeah,
That's wonderful to hear. Dylan Peacock, my name is Eric. My wife's name is Rachel. Some people around here call me, because I call myself, Host Eric, host of Talking with Famous People. I've had this channel for a long time now, and I have been persistently live streaming for persistently live streaming for quite some time now. You know, I came around YouTube before YouTube had live streaming. Yeah, it is raining, and earlier we had an exciting trip outside where we smoked a cigarette and enjoyed the rain. We've got steady but not super hard rain. Will people stop telling me what to say? No, I do not have a grandson. I just have a daughter. Like I said, she's 25, and she's not produced any offspring of her own yet, so I don't have any grandchildren. Eva A., hello. I hereby shout you out and consider yourself outshouted. All right. All right. I know what I was going to do. Well, I don't even know what that means, goof-iced goober, so I'm not incredibly inclined to say it out loud. WSP. Well, WSP to you as well. Can I shout you out, Riley? I will do so. Hello to you, Riley. You are hereby shouted out. And why ask when it's no? Hello. I say hi to you. And I am glad that you have been said hi to. The Duck Squad, hello. And last Christmas, God bless you too. Thoughts on Hitler? Hitler was bad. Bro, shout skibbity toilet. Okay. Why have a daddy when you can have a zaddy? I already told you my thoughts on Hitler. WSP means what's up. I love your love. Well, thanks. Why ask when it's snow? I guess East Coast people eat potato chip level thin style crust. Well, I like it. I like the way I'm making it here. You're gonna like it too. But before I continue any further, it's time for a bong rip. I'm getting overwhelmed by the volume of banality.
Yeah.
You know, no offense to all the banal people in the world.
He is so nice, Michael Pond. Thanks to Duck Squad.
Can you say me? You mean Caden Martinez? What's your favorite animal and song? My favorite animal is the human. And my favorite song is It's a Wonderful World by that old guy. I don't know. I can't answer either of those questions. Thoughts on OnlyFans? I don't participate in OnlyFans in any capacity. I am not on OnlyFans. In other words, you can't see pictures of me naked on the internet by going to OnlyFans or by doing anything else. But I also don't go look at OnlyFans. So that's my thoughts on it. I have no involvement in it whatsoever. Hello, May. I want to have subscribers. Stop reading the comments. They are tricking you. I'm not that easily tricked, my friend. Can you try a dance? Not at the moment. Thoughts on psychedelics and their healing properties? Well, I mean, some trips are more therapeutic than others. I try not to do psychedelics or any other kind of thing to, heal or learn stuff, Evil says, stop smoking, it's not good for your lungs. I live in California, okay? It's perfectly legal what I'm doing. No, I was just smoking a bong rip. For Christ's sakes, everybody, will everybody chill out? It's like you've never been around talking with famous people before.
Wow,
I smoke balls on talking with famous people all the time. Like I said, I live in California, specifically near Yosemite.
Yes.
So I don't need to worry about it being illegal for me to smoke weed. I swear, if you don't be nice to him, girl 8888 said, I am your neighbor. Well, nice for you to be my neighbor. Yeah. Mr. Zircon 2 says, stop smoking. Wow, everybody's got an opinion.
Let's see how much the dough's risen.
I think it's risen enough.
I do too.
Here we go. We're gonna get to the rolling out part.
Yay!
So let's turn on a light here. Pow. Turn on a light here. Pow. Now we've got some really well lit areas. Okay, and you guys are gonna get to enjoy the really well lit area that I'm gonna show you.
Brucelyn says shake that ass.
But first I have to clean the really well lit area. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. That's my first order of business. Let's be smart about things. Let's not be super dumb Eric like usual. I'm gonna move it over here for the time being. And now I'm gonna wash this whole area here. I'll push all the chips and things over there. This is what I used to use for a rolling pin before I got a rolling pin. I'm planning on just rolling it out right on here, Rachel.
Oh, okay. More space.
I know that's a little crazy. Alright, so before I do that, obviously I need to clean it. Get this sponge first. Get it like this. What? Okay, so clean all of this up, nice and clean.
I was laughing because someone said pull up your pants, bro, but I feel like it's just like you're doing the marky mark.
Well, I got my butt cheeks showing. It's just the top of my bone huggers.
Yeah. Thank you so much for cleaning the counter.
Well, sure.
I know it's for its purpose, but still.
Sure. It did need a cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's clean enough. So now let's get the pizza dough. And as you see, it's risen to hopefully twice its original size. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to let it rise to twice its size. So it says on the recipe.
Eric's pizza's my favorite. And I love pizza.
Ooh, I wonder though, do we have any tomato paste?
Yeah, we do. Just it's in the cabinet.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we do.
Close
Yeah,
call.
I know. That was a real close call.
Close call.
We should always buy 2.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna make this pizza, about a third of the total dough at a time. That might, this one could be a little bit bigger. That's about right. So I've broken the dough into 3 parts, okay? And I'm gonna make 3 different pizzas because it's too big if you try to make 1 pizza or even 2 pizzas. So then I'll just put this dough, the other 2 doughs over here to sit there. They could rise up a little bit again. And then over here, I will roll out this dough.
Hi, Jen.
As I mentioned, I got this rolling pin at the store last time I went to the store. So I'm now going to take off the plastic that is on the rolling pin. There. Okay. Off the plastic goes. And then you get the rest of it off like that. There we go. Now, what do you need when you roll out dough? You need a little bit of extra flour. You gotta put some down on the surface you're gonna be using. Because the dough contains some moisture in it, You're gonna need a little bit on the dough itself and a little bit on your hands. And maybe on your rolling pin too. And then you're just gonna roll this dough out. Just like this. You're gonna want it to get it as super flat as you possibly can. So, you go one direction, you turn it a little bit, you roll it the other direction, you turn it a little bit, you make it go that way, and you turn it a little bit, and then that way, you turn it a little bit, out this way. It takes a little while to make it as big and as flat as you want it to be. Because, it flattens out more than you think it will before it gets too thin. And you want it to be as thin as you can possibly make it, because it's going to rise some in the oven to naturally make it thicker. It wants to rejoin its middle, wants to come back this way all the time and get thicker and smaller for some reason. It just likes it that way. Nobody's ever been able to explain why. And as you can see, that little thing of dough became this big of a pizza. That's quite a big pizza, huh? Well, I dinged a bit with my finger here and got a little hole in it, unfortunately. But that's life in the Pizza City, okay? Not everything's always pizza and cream in the Pizza City. Alright, the next step in our pizza making adventure is to open a can of paste, tomato paste. This is Contadina brand tomato paste. But whatever tomato paste brand you have available at your local store is fine. Alright. Now, we're going to open this can of tomato paste with this shitty can opener that we badly need to replace. And then next time we go to the store, and get a new one of these fucking things. Because I am just done with this can opener. Horrible, horrible can opener. But I did get it open eventually. Okay, now, what you're going to need for this is what I like to call the spackling tool, but it's probably in the dishwasher. Yep. I'm going to clean the spackling tool first. This knife, which might be for the purpose of bagels, it's like a bagel cutting / cream cheese breading knife. That's what we use it for in part when we get bagels and cream cheese, which we've had until yesterday when we finished them. We've had for the last week or so, a little less than that, but they're a tasty treat sensation when we get it. We probably should have gotten more at the store today. In fact, that's one of the things I was thinking we should get more at the store today, but then I didn't think when we got to the store. Rachel's very hit and miss at remembering stuff. She's much better at writing it down on a list than I am. Okay, here we go. So now that I've cleaned the spackling tool, what we're going to do, we're going to apply this paste, this tomato paste, going to apply it with the spirits of our heart onto this tomato paste surface, aka pizza dough. Alright, as you see, you don't want to spread it on too thick. Like a lot of things in life, you don't want to spread it on too thick. You want to spread it on just the right amount. A thin layer all the way across every spot of it. Well, it's nice to have one of these spackling tools in your kitchen. If you don't, you might very well find an actual paint spackling tool. Could be directed towards exclusively kitchen use, and might prove in fact a highly effective kitchen tool. You could probably source one of those for cheaper than you get one of these specialty Cutco knives, I'm guessing. We don't have a lot of these, but we do have one of them, which is this. This is our, we don't have a lot of these means we have exactly one of these Cutco knives. And it's this thing. My parents must have bought it at some point from somebody, I don't know.
Probably for cream cheese.
Yep. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to keep spreading it around. We're going to keep spreading it all the way around until you've accomplished full spreadage. Until every bit of the crust that needs a spreading gets a spreaded. Okay? We're going to spread all the way to the edge. Don't forsake the edge. Just because it's on the edge doesn't mean it's less deserving of spread. Okay? Don't want to overspread the middle and underspread other parts, you know. A tendency to do that, maybe. Okay, that looks like a pretty good spreadage. I think we've got good, even, correct depth spreadage here going on. Next thing we're going to do in the pizza making process, we're going to hit it with some of this. This is your powdered garlic. Just give it a light sprinkle all the way around. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it either. You know, just the right amount, just like that. Okay. Next, we're gonna get the chopped dried onions. These give it a nice flavor. Okay, now, next we're going to get it with a little bit of salt. And, can you guess what's next? That's right, a little bit of pepper. That's not pushed in enough. That's not pepper, that's salt. I didn't pour that out. Well, where's the pepper? Here it is. Okay, so now we've got all the little spices and stuff to go on. Next, we have to get the main ingredients. Oops. The main ingredients, of course, come in the forms of meats and cheeses. As all good main ingredients do. So, this is a fairly large pizza, as you can see, where you might need as many as 4 of these little cheeses. But what we're going to do is laboriously, painstakingly break it up into little pieces and put it all around the pizza. Sure, maybe it's not history's fastest way to put cheese on the pizza, but you get the most even footage. Okay? Even footage matters. You don't want uneven footage of either cheese or salami. So just take the time to break it up and put it around the pizza. As per, yeah. Alright, that's one pizza. This could be a 5-cheeser even, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We buy cheese in these convenient tear open packages to prevent the need to sustain a larger piece of cheese that repeatedly one cuts into. And the need to deal with a knife at all when dealing with cheese, really. It's like, okay, well, these little cheeses free me from having to get out a utensil to deal with cheese. And that's a convenience I just can't pass up. Plus, it seems like they're a pretty good deal, you know? You get quite a few of these little cheeses in one of these bags. The bags are not outrageously expensive, like $5.99 or something. So I might recommend to you, in fact, that you try to get these little Tillamook cheeses. They're a good addition to any fridge. You can just open one anytime, pop it in your mouth, instant little food, you know. If you keep a package of salami in the fridge like we do, grab a few salamis, you know, a thing of cheese, maybe put it between a couple of chips, you got yourself a miniature instant sandwich. No fuss, no muss, instant sandwich, you know. You don't even need to get a spoon or anything. You don't even have anything to throw away except this little piece of plastic. So that's one to grow on, friends. That's one to grow on. You too can attain this level of convenience in your diet if you follow these simple rules. Or did you expect me to tell you what the simple rules were? I already was articulating them. You should have been taking notes. Alright, well, as you can see, this is going to take a lot of cheese to cover, right? But that's the spirit of pizza that rages the passionate torrent within your heart. It leads you to ever bigger and better pizza accomplishments. Like today's Grand Wizard level pizza, I'm going to name it let's see, Julienne. I'm naming today's pizza Julienne. Because my pizzas are like boats and women. They're she's, not its. Alright, well, as you can see, the cheese pudding process, as I mentioned before, can be a little bit laborious, a little bit time consuming, perhaps you might say. Labor intensive, if that's not redundant to laborious, which I suppose it is. Nevertheless, I'll toss it in there as a bonus. As a bonus word. Okay, so as you can see, pizza this size really is little cheese intensive. So make sure you have a good supply of these little cheeses on hand if you're going to make a pizza out of them. Fortunately, you will note, perhaps, that it gets easier to cover the distance the closer you get to the middle, because the circles comprising the ring that you're filling in get smaller and smaller. So we're getting close to the center now, and I'm not feeling like I've cheated any areas. Although I may go over with a one final cheese and try to make sure that every area is equally dispensed. Sometimes these things are hard to tear open like this one. If that's the case, you may need to use what the Babylonians called scissors. There. Alright. This really should be the last cheese, I think. The final cheese. On board the cheese regalia. Okay, I'm going to just fill in a few little gaps here, just as you would with Christmas decorations. Alright, and finally, we reach the end of our cheesing. Now, the salami is a little bit easier to dispense because what you're going to do is cut up the salami. You can cut it with this spackling tool here. If it's got a serrated edge like this one does. And I'm just going to cut that up. First into strips and then even into smaller pieces. And then you can just sprinkle this around a little bit at a time. Trying to kind of pull it out, you know, pull it apart. Don't let it stay all bunched up together is the goal. Don't be a lazy toppinger, in other words. You'll regret it in the end. Instead, spread your topping joy evenly and appropriately. Don't let it get all bunched up. If you have a big piece like that, tear it into smaller pieces. Don't be a lazy toppinger. And here we see this one's starting to really come together. We've got a little bit more toppings here to put it on. Just like mia and mia. And then like that. Like that. There we go. Now we're going to run into a potential problem because I don't have any big round pizza pan things for the oven. So I may have to cut this in half, put it onto here, right? I think I'm going to. So I'll use this. Well, there we go. cut nice and down the middle. Now we're going to get a couple of scoopers like this. Okay. And then we got one more scooper right here. And then what we're going to do is very carefully scoop it onto here. Come on, scoopers. Come on, Captain Scoopers and Scoopy Brigade. Let's scoop it to it. Come on, Scoopers. I did a terrible job. But I could have done worse. As you see, I've spilled ingredients all over the place. And just generally done a poor job of scooping. I never said I was an expert scooper, okay? Alright. It seems repaired for the moment. Now,
Usually there's a big scooper, you know, so you're doing a good job with that.
well, I think I'm going to discover that this smaller piece is a little easier to scoop. So I'm going to try to scoop it right now. I want you guys to get ready for the scooptacular scoop-a-thon you've always been waiting for. Alright, now, this time I'm going to keep this nice and low instead of being down. Alright, and scoop. And there we go. That was a much, oh, well, I thought it was a much better scoop at first. But now I see I have a problem over here on this side. There. That's fine. I fixed it, everyone. Everyone can stop panicking. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we've got two pizzas, two halves of one pizza, and we're going to put it in the oven like this. I'm going to put them in the oven cold. Yeah and yeah. Then I'm going to turn it on to 350. I'm going to put the timer on for 17 minutes. 17 minutes, incidentally, is also the amount of time you should cook a hard-boiled egg for. That's when you start with boiling water, of course. So let's take a momentary break here from our taxing job of mid-chef. And what is blood cooking? I don't know what blood cooking is. Okay. So we have 17 minutes from a cold oven. Yikes. You think that's too little time? Well, I'll look at it. Are we edging?
I'm right here.
She's right there, yeah. I'm still being asked to do the thug shake, huh? Well, I'm surprised that somebody who's asking me to do the thug shake is still here asking me to do the thug shake, unless it's some new person asking me to do this thug shake again. I'm sorry, I've only made 2 halves for pizza, one for me and one for my lovely wife here. And the rest of you can only eat it with your eyes. What are y'all yapping about? A random peep asks, crying, crying, crying. You are so easy to make cry. You have 3 rivers of tears just over your brief amount of time experiencing this live stream. That's surprising. Big Riffs says Bob's fucking burger. Well, I am a fan of Bob's Burger.
Me too.
And I can tell you, I don't think they'd approve of that use of language, young man. Gamer Boys wants to know, what are y'all yapping about? Yee-haw-aw, hot dilly dog. What is y'all yappity, yippity, and ho-ho? Why did chat change? Now it's so hard to read. Evil, no, you cannot have pizza. Boba Fast, what the hell are all these people doing here? Ruben says, chat is popping off, haha. I think it's because, for whatever reason, maybe because of the very wholesome title, YouTube has chosen to put this particular stream onto the shorts feed. So, how old am I? I am 52 years old. And I don't even know how to do the thug shake. I'm afraid I cannot give you any because I only made enough for me and Rachel. You'd think people would be very happy to to get all this activity, but it's not necessarily all guns and roses, right? Can you stop smoking now, dude? Can you shut the fuck up now, dude? Sir, I'm an 18-year-old completely depressed and an addict. Please help. I have just stopped doing everything in life. I am just somehow alive. Okay, please don't spam my stuff with me. Did I tell my wife about the crystal meth I've been selling? What? Did I give you this month's report on the meth sales, Rachel? I don't remember if I've done that or not.
I mean, that would be interesting because I'm with him all the time. So like the only time that he'd be doing this, like drug dealing, would be when I was asleep, and he's definitely asleep when I'm asleep.
Well, sometimes I'm awake when you're asleep, but usually I'm
Yeah, actually,
when that's the
you
case.
could. So maybe I am totally ignorant to it.
Maybe, yeah. If everyone in chat kegels at the same time, we can change the world. My watch is on backwards. Well, it is on the upside down part of my wrist. That's true. Okay, well, you know what's going to be extremely delicious is these pizzas.
I cannot wait. It smells so good already.
It may not be done in 17 minutes.
Yeah, because it wasn't preheated. That's okay.
I'm going to make this guy go away because I don't like the way they are. So they're anime. I'm edging. I'm edging squirts. Yeehaw, how old are you, young man? I'm 52. Why? Like, what is the point of having a bunch of new people come in if I just keep answering the same question, doing the same nonsense, just like, who are these people? Are these real people?
Yeah, they are.
Well, Joshua
Well, they're
Ramirez is 13.
truthfully, they're a combination, but they're all legit.
Yeah, well, you're AI. Congratulations.
See, there you go.
It's good to know we got some NPCs in the mix.
Yeah.
Jeremiah fixes the Gen Z. Am I your grandfather? No, I'm not your grandfather. But I always dreamed of being your grandfather.
Oh.
So I'm hoping maybe we can get together and pretend sometime.
That'd be great. We had the Grimace Shake, Mr. Man 123. It was.
I suspect that's something dirty, Rachel.
I know.
I suspect, but yeah, we did have a Grimace Shake at the McDonald's. It's true. When they
now
had
they're using it as a slang.
A slang for something dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have kids? No.
No.
We don't have kids together.
We have 2 cats.
We have 2 cats.
And we have.
I mean, we have Delilah. It's like she's my kid from previous relationship, but she's Rachel's kid by marriage,
She doesn't. But she doesn't. Like, I understand where she's coming from because she's like having a relationship with her, like, maternal mother now.
Right. Well,
and
obviously, when you come into somebody's life and you're the girl in question is already like 21 years old, then there's not that much of like a mother thing that's gonna happen.
No, but I just hope that she considered me like family, which I think she does.
Oh, for sure. She loves you.
Yeah, I love her too.
Hi, Connor Evans. How are you this evening? Is that adequate of a shout out, or do I need to actually shout it? Connor Evans! It's not really a shout so much as it is, I don't know.
Kind of like a spooky little thing going on. Connor Evans!
Well, a random peep. There's a random beep. It's not very random because it may represent the pizza's done.
It smells so good. Oh my god.
I have to look and see.
Needs more time.
Needs another minute. Oh, that was.
That's weird.
Oh, I know what that was. That was the preheating.
Oh.
The preheating signal.
Okay.
I forgot about that, eh?
Do you want to add minutes?
No, I think it should be fine. Listen to the words I say. Okay, brother. Brothers team. It will burn. No, it needs 6 more minutes. I put it in for 17 minutes for a reason, okay? It's not going to burn. It needs 6 more minutes. What it needs. Barry Larry, hi. K.E., shouldn't a man find you beautiful no matter how round? I mean, what if somebody's a perfect circle? That would be weird. Thumb screws? Who do I want to win the Super Bowl? I'd like to see the 49ers win. They're our local team around here.
Yeah.
So we're kind of, into that kind of this team is our team thing. Even though we just moved here. Can I sing, please? Yeah, I could sing. What are you drinking on the emu export? This is a non-alcoholic beer. I don't drink alcohol. Don't discriminate against people who are full circles. Just a perfect circle.
Am I a perfect circle?
No, darling. That would be somebody who's maximally round. Okay. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Probably Sweet Home Alabama. Oh wait, that's not a Michael Jackson song. I think I like maybe Kitty's not my son.
Oh,
Billie Jean. Billie Jean's a pretty good song.
not my love. She's just a girl.
I think I'm the one, but the kid is not my son. Amelia Jane, hello. Good evening and good morning. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. Colton Burris wants me to say Neverland. So there you go. I exercise because it keeps my neuroses away and prevents me from falling sick as often. Well, good for you, K.E. Good for you. And I love having many clothes options.
That's good, K.E. That exercise helps your neurosis and you from falling sick as often. I discovered nothing actually.
These people around here. I'm not sure what their deal is.
No, what is their
what
deal?
their dealio is.
Hi, Soleil. I like your nail polish thing.
Say my favorite word from the 1800s. No, this is an Adderall-free stream, actually. Favorite word from the 1800s. Whoa. Gosh, I'd imagine there's many words from the 1800s that I'm fond of. But specifically originated in the 1800s? Like maybe something like 1800s word.
No.
It's weed for me, it's games and spontaneous dance sessions. Well, good for you. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, K.E. Say the INFJ word. Okay, I will. So candid and pure. How do I feel about religion? I mean, such a broad question. I think that different people have different relationships with religion and or faith-based stuff, and so it depends on the individuals and their relationship with it. There are healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships.
He does look so nice. Thank you, Candace Cole.
That's Cadence Cole.
Cadence Cole.
I love math with no numbers. Do you know eyes work to identify like a fingerprint? I did not know that. And young Lee says, "Hey, what's up?" I say in reply, "The sky." How about if I start, religion is terrible. It causes nothing but hatred and separatism. Now you go. Well, the religion that you're talking about probably is that. But there are lots of different expressions of faith that don't necessarily express like that.
Yeah, like when you get a sign, when an owl, like when an owl comes around and that reminds you of your dad, that's kind of like having faith. Like, it's not a religion.
Well, what I would say is that codified religion plays out in various ways in people's lives. I think that
It does.
faith is best understood as a behavior rather than as a set of beliefs. And
It's looking good.
it's done it.
Yeah, I think so. Need a little more?
I think it needs a couple more minutes because the thing is, maybe it's like 2 more minutes. I think the last time I did this, I had it at 400. I was rather than 350. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
So let's give it just 2 more minutes. I think it'll be done.
Oh, Mr. Big Cat, you are a big cat. Yes, it's raining. You're excited.
So while I'm waiting this remaining 2 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this cup right here and fill up the cat's water.
Yeah, Elaine, thank you. If you like cat, like the stream. Our cat is outside now. The male cat is outside. We have 2 cats. The other cat is upstairs. Aww. Yeah, here, kitty kitty. He'll swipe you. His cuteness is abundant, but he is also aptly named.
Yeah, he's the Lord of Love and Violence.
He is. He really is.
So I'm really thinking this time it's going to be done diddly done.
Me too. It looks done to me. Like, it looks like pizzas of your past.
Well, the top does.
The top, yeah.
The bottom needed to be a little bit more crispier.
Okay. It's almost done.
Can I listen to the words you say? I can read them.
Thanks, Cadence Cole. I'm glad you subbed.
I can read them and understand them, whether I say them out loud or not. What more do you want from me? Do you want me to obey your words? That's a different matter.
Trouble doesn't think about those things. Trouble thinks about us eating, what we're doing, if we're doing it together, if we're giving him attention, if we're gonna leave and abandon him. Like, this is stuff that Trouble thinks about.
I don't think it's quite done yet.
No, it looks wet.
It's still, look how white it is. Look how white it is. Right?
Yeah.
That's too
It's
dirty.
not crispy at all.
So we'll give it another 3 minutes and check on it again.
Okay. Woo-wee! I am excited for that pizza. I cannot lie.
All right. So it's coming. It's coming, but it's not done yet, right? Needs a little bit more time. Don't let people bully you guys, okay? Are you talking to me? You don't gotta worry about that. I've been doing this for a long time. I spent a lot of hours live streaming through a lot of different kinds of garbage. So,
Hi, Dakota.
ain't nothing gonna surprise me. Well, Ruben, I think this one is gonna be spectacular. I think it's gonna be better, unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, than any of the pizzas you might have tasted while you
Oh
were
my
here.
gosh, I'm so excited.
Hi, Shady Marino. Shady Marino. I like your name. It reminds me of this town near where I used to live called San Marino. And hey, look. Rachel received a very special something called this package. We're not going to get to smoke much of this before the pizza's done. Am I Abraham Lincoln? Because I sure look like him. Yes, I am Abraham Lincoln. The Abraham Lincoln. What a lot of people don't know is I survived the shooting at Ford's Theater. Sure, I got major brain damage, but over the years I've recovered. And now I'm almost as good as I ever was before. Andrew, thank you so much for your advice. Andrew advises me to stop smoking. That's both original and insightful, friend. Boy, thanks to people like you, I'll be able to stop smoking any moment now.
It's beeping.
All right, here I come. All right. Here we go. To look at the pizza, see if it's done. Do I have a cat called Ghosts? No. Is it done?
Some of it's burning.
Yeah, this one's done for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done. This the bottom one got cooked more than the top one, maybe?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's alright.
Well, it still smells delicious.
It does smell delicious and it looks delicious. Look at that pizza.
Which one do you prefer?
Oh man, either I can't make that decision. They both look delicious.
We could split each one in half, too.
Okay, yeah.
This one, hot. Ooh. That's a hot tamale on my hand.
Oh no.
I split that in half just like that. Yeah, yeah. Did we get more paper plates last time? Yes, we did. Hooray for us.
Hooray for us.
So, you want to start with this one?
Yeah.
And we'll come back to that other one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give it a try. Looks kind of like a manta ray, a little bit. Or like a big slice of pizza. We're just gonna fold it over right in the middle here, like this. There. Now it's a more mouth-fitting size.
It's really good, Kawaii Messy. Kawaii Messy.
I like it like this.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very thin, but it's good like this.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. Thank you so much. Like, this is like, chef's kiss. Mmm.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
WW3 is happening.
Thank you, Cadence Cole. That's our cat named Trouble. Aw, look at that. Mmm. Thank you, Ruben R. He is bootyful. Bootyful, or whatever. Oh yeah, for this team, that's cool. We are socks with sandals, people.
Cracker style crust, huh? Well, I am a cracker, I guess.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cadence Cole.
Here, Trouble. You want some? No. Here, Pretty. You know. Here, Trouble. Here. See, he doesn't want it. He's like, it's got too much tomato on it.
Mm-hmm. He can hear you, Chris Chapin.
He's just not looking at the chat right now. Usually he does. Usually he reads the chat.
It does have garlic pascal.
Mm-hmm. I think it's well seasoned, well flavored.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's really good. Clearly.
Mm, it is very yummy. Caroline, you wear baklava when it gets cold? Doesn't it get sticky? Bye, Cadence Cole.
Bye, Cadence Cole.
Well, we walked through the whole pizza process from starting the dough to empty plate. The surest sign of a delicious meal, right? Mine's not quite empty yet, but it's getting there. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank you all for being here, all you exciting new people, and with your strange and foreign ways. And I probably will, Cadence Cole. I usually do. And I'll see you all later.